but that's not going to happen because we are off-site at this moment, and we're going to proceed with our program. But Laura, so good to talk with you, and such a pleasure to have you as part of the WFLT team. So there you go. Hi, everybody. We're off-site. We're off-site right now. We're over at Haskell Community Center, over near Forest Hill and roughly Dayton, between Dayton and somewhere else. And we are part of the Police Athletic League Board of Directors. Fortunate to be on this group. And right now we have
You're on TV.
Session here. Yeah. Morning, Camera. How are you? It's good to see you, Camera. Paul, good morning to you, of course, as well.
Yes.
At the moment, the TV audience as well as radio audience, we are on the Police Athletic League Executive Board meeting. There's a strategy session regarding the direction of this organization. We've got a number of board members who we're going to talk to this morning. All of these folks here are very focused on kids. And of course, the Police Athletic League, a great organization, does a lot of things for kids in terms of tutoring, athletic programs, fine arts programs, morals, character development, integrity, all of those things that make a good, strong, dependable, reliable human being. And we're very pleased to be service with them. We're going to call a few board members up on occasion and chat with them about this activity we're following right now. In fact, at this very moment, Judge Beagle is talking to our group about some stuff that he has done. It's going to be a great session because we're going to call these folks up shortly. But before we do that, we're going to mention a little bit about international of course. We are a charter school of South Saginaw Street, which you well know. And you certainly know that we've been around for a number of years, and that we also have open enrollment. And this is very important right now because, folks, we just completed our first semester. We'll be completing then our first trimester. That'll be finished on December 19th, this coming week. The kids are in finals, they're taking finals this coming week, and that's so important because it's a major part of the final grade, of course. It was the only grade on test scores. And our kids earned the ability to continue with us. Particularly, we never do any social promotion where you just have a child in the school for a year and they're moved to another grade. You know, we've discussed with you much before, we focus on getting kids in college, as we've told you before many times. None of our kids, none, will be able to graduate from high school unless they've been accepted by a college prior to graduation. That's a bold statement. We can trust that our board will continue and maintain that high category of expectation. And with that, then, of course, we're getting kids in college by the dozens every single graduation time. All right, well, with that in mind, we've got the president of the board, the executive board of PAL, standing here about 2.5 feet away from me. Mark, how are you? We're going to have you take over that. We're going to have you, maybe if you choose to look at the camera, that's booming right now. And of course, in the background, we have the board. I mentioned a little bit about what we're doing. Mark, tell us all about what you do in personal life, as well as your association here and the kind of direction the PAL is trying to pursue right now. This is the radio, that's the TV camera, so talk loud enough so the camera can pick you up as well. All right, here you go, buddy.
Hi, my name is Mark Calendike. I'm a supervisor for Genesee County Juvenile Probation. That's through the Genesee County Circuit Court. I got involved in the PALS program by having Officer Carpenter help us with our kids getting community service hours and being able to provide something positive back to the community. And then over time, I kept coming up here and found out how much fun the kids were having and how much that brought more joy to them, and then the learning that was also being done with that, and a combination of all the different activities that are provided here at the Police Activities League. A lot of people forget that it's not the Police Athletic League, it's the Police Activities League. So, you know, here at PALS we have great programs involving after-school tutoring, we have choir programs, we have, of course, the great athletic programs, but there's so many different things happening here with cleaning up the parks and giving so much back to the communities and bringing joy to the families. There's just a lot happening here at PALS, and hopefully we can get more and more people involved. Thank you.
Okay. Mark, I must admit, I slipped away to try to listen to what was going on in the board meeting, so I didn't hear all of what you said, but certainly I know kind of what we're about, and the fact that you work with the Genesee County Probation Department for Youth, and of course, that's one of the reasons that you're here. You have daily contact with youth, and the youth you have contact with are those that really need PAL in their life on a daily basis, and I know you have some programs that are trying to do that. And I commend you for that, of course, as well. Did you mention your relationship with the Board of Education?
Well, I'm also I'm finishing up my term as the Atherton School Board member, which was a great honor for me to represent Atherton, and finally finishing that term up, and I'll be done here in January. But that was a great opportunity, and it gave me a chance to work with more kids and in a different capacity, obviously.
Yeah, indeed. And by the way, Atherton is growing.
Yes, we are one of only two districts that have achieved growth 2 years in a row now. Us and Carmen. So, and Atherton made the playoffs in football this last year, and our athletic programs are doing wonderful, and our achievement rates are doing wonderful, and Atherton's really doing great things.
We'll charge you for that commercial. But I did go to a football game, by the way.
Well,
you killed the other team, and I shouldn't use that term, but you certainly destroyed them. They were from up in the thumb somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. You beat them sizably that particular game. I know one of your coaches pretty well, so I try to at least get one game a year. Mark, thank you for your good words here.
Thank you.
I'm going to probably call up somebody else here quickly. You betcha. Thank you. Police Athletic League, PAF.
The boards of education of all of the charter schools and their staff.
Maybe Jesse could Jesse is the executive director of the PAL organization. He is a police officer. He is a police officer and has been assigned here for us probably 4 or 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. Officer Jesse Carpenter. Mark, explain a little bit of what's going on here. Tell us about PAL and anything that's on your mind, sir, and on your heart. Go ahead. This is live radio. That's TV. So speak loud enough so the camera can pick you up.
Here at PAL, we're in our fifth year of our after-school programming, and about averaging 100 kids a day. We feed them an after-school snack, enhancing lifestyles through after-school programming. And right now, what's going on in PAL is we're currently registering for our youth basketball league, a fundamental league, and it's from K through 6th grade. And the registrations can be done here at Haskell as well, but today it's at Kettering from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And you can call here at the front desk, 766-7144. You can get your kid registered during the week.
Yeah, now, Jesse, I know that the focus today is on basketball registration, but you do a whole lot more than that here during the week. In fact, a kid will not come here and touch a ball before he does some tutoring. So talk about the scope of what you folks do here in terms of developing youth.
Oh, definitely. Well, our day begins here at 3 p.m. So when the kids come in from school, they have to, before they can enjoy any amenities in the building, in any scheduled programming, they have to do their homework. They have to do what we call our power hour, and that's an hour of educational time. And once they complete that, then they can go on to our sewing class, our music hip-hop production class, recreation, the We Fit program downstairs, or our competitional board games.
Jesse, who helps you with the academic tutoring part here? Because, of course, being a school person, that's actually one of my prime concerns. So you're not doing that, and the kids aren't on their own. Maybe talk a little bit about your staff that helps you do that.
Miss Michelle Gray is the director of our learning centers. We also use our college, we have a few college kids that's on our staff here, as well as high school honor society kids. And we all get in together and we help the kids in every endeavor, every subject that they have, that they're having problems with. Some kids come in and they spend the entire evening in the learning center getting that paperwork, that schoolwork done. Some kids come in and they get right to it, get it done, and then they enjoy their day. All in all, during the day, we try to enhance the kids and touch their lives in some type of way.
And kids get here in what how can a child who might be on the west side of the city or east side, how do they get here? Of course, you might mention what we are able to do for you in terms of our school, but maybe there's other ways you have as well that I don't know about.
Well, we have a transportation piece as well, where if there's a problem in the family or anything, we sit down, we talk to that family, and we accommodate them. If we have to buy bus vouchers, we've done that in the past. We've also picked up, I've personally picked up kids in the van. Last year we ran, through a partnership with the Boys and Girls Club, we picked up kids from Door Rider, from several other schools, including Linden Charter, and transported them here. But then the parents picked them up from here. So, and then a lot of the schools, we're on the bus line, the MTA bus line, and a lot of the schools, the buses let them off in this area, so they come right over here and then get their homework done, and then they go home after we close down.
I think you provide a snack for kids too, don't you?
Yes, we. As I mentioned earlier, we have we serve after school snack supplied by the Food Bank of Eastern Michigan, one of our community partners, and we try to. It's a shelf-stable snack that covers the basic food groups, and it's a healthy little meal to tie the kids over.
Okay. Jesse, I know how long you've been doing this, and make sure folks know you are a real police officer.
Yes, I am. I'm 17, close to 18-year veteran of the Flint Police Department, and sworn for duty first is to protect and serve. But also I have a passion for helping kids, and that's why I brought back the Flint Police Activities League, Flint PAL.
This is your assignment.
This is my assignment
as a police officer.
Yes, sir, to make a difference in lives through the badge.
There was a guy here that left earlier that you have an association with. Why don't you talk about Chief?
Chief Tolbert has been a great a leader that has been brought to us, and it was at the right time. At the right time when morale was low, things were going through. Our department was going through a lot, but he's led by example. He's in the trenches with us every day. It's not enough words that I can explain it. You got to lead it like that.
And he's on our board.
Yes, he's on our board. He's definitely on our board. He supports the program and me as an officer 100%. I can tell you it's easier to do a job when you got a guy like that leading the way.
And he would be in the background here, and we'd probably call him up audience to speak, but he actually is he's on an emergency run right now.
Yes, he's on a priority 1 call right now, and like I said, he's in the trenches with us. Okay, he leads by example.
All right, very good. All right, any closing words, Jess, before we get another guest come in?
Yes, come out and see us at Flint PAL. 2201 Forest Hill Avenue. After school program from 3 to 8. However, the building is occupied from 12 to 8, Monday through Friday, by special event on the weekends. However, we are having a second-hand sale next Saturday, the 20th. Here in the gym. Come on out. Electronics, clothes, you name it, we'll have it for sale.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, very excellent. Well, excellent. In fact, why don't you call in next week at our program at the station, and we'll put you on, and then you can mention that again to those folks who might be driving around the city. Come on over. Maybe they can support you with purchasing some of these items you will have.
Certainly.
So we'll call in next week.
Yep,
thank you. Congratulations on the job you do here, sir.
Thanks for
You're very
support.
dedicated. Folks, he's very dedicated. Works 14, 15 hours a day trying to get this program underway, and you have to respect A, his commitment, B, his desire to help Flint youth. And again, kids from all over the county can come here. You don't just have to live in the city of Flint.
By the way, he's a board member as well.
Thanks, Jess. You bet.
Have a career day event.
Calvin's coming up. Oh my goodness, here's another board member. There's Paul Herring, he's just waving his little head off. Hi, Calvin, how are you? Good to see you, buddy. Okay.
How you doing?
And folks, we have another board member with us now. Calvin, you might remember those that might have a couple of years on us here. Calvin is no slouch to the city of Flint. Great athlete, tremendous athlete. Calvin, why don't you give a little bit about who you are, a couple of your accomplishments, and then lead into the purpose of what's going on here today from your perspective. Here you go, buddy.
Thank you, Arthur. Good morning. My name is Calvin McQueen, and I was an avid runner around here in Flint. I ran cross country, I ran track.
Doing a live.
I became All-State, All-American. I went to two Olympic trials, which was 1980 and 1984. I got involved in the Flint Pal through Jesse, which is a friend of mine, from working from the Carissa Shields Youth Foundation. And I thought that maybe I could be here to help out in that fashion of going this facility and expanding it out for other people to recognize it until we can do something for the youth of not just the city of Flint, but the whole community around that, anywhere from Burton, Bendel area, or anywhere from Genesee County, because we have students at charter schools that are from the city, but yet still they don't participate in the programs here in the city. So our thing is to allow them to be able to participate and not discriminate against anyone or limited to anyone, just all around. And the programs are going really well here. And we're now here at this meeting with Art, which is a board member also here. And what we're doing is trying to find different avenues and different revenues we can to enhance our ability to move on and move forward, and maybe to grab 3 to 4 more centers in the community so kids wouldn't have to trek back and forth over to just the Flint Pal here, which is the old Haskell building here, which Jesse Carpenter has done a tremendous job of getting this place back together and seeing Haley getting this thing on the board again. So I'm just happy to be part of this, to be part of the brainstorm and to get this thing back in motion. Things are going well, really well, and we try to have a meeting once a month, and as of now we are in a retreat, which is 3.5 hours long, and we are making a lot of progress. But our aim is to get in more volunteers, more board members, so we can do the things that make us a lot larger, to support everyone, like I said, not just in the city of Flint, but around the whole community. We are reaching out to everyone. This is a great thing, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Okay. Did you mention your athletic accomplishments? I just think you're super. So tell them, I'm going to beg you to say something about that. Okay?
Well, yes, I did. I said a little bit about it, but I try not to be modest and talk about myself, but yet I was a pretty good runner around here and across the country and across the world, I would say. So I had the chance to be ranked in the 3,000 meter chase, 3,000 meter steeplechase is one of the fastest guys in the world. And like I said again, I was able to make it to 2 Olympic trials, which was 1980, which one we boycotted, in 1984 in LA. And I got injured, in which I guess God was saying it wasn't time for me, but I was able to come back in 84, and I ran numerous road races around here and set records. Matter of fact, I still own records here to the day, and I set them in the 70s and some in the 80s, and I still own the records now. And I thank God that my ability was strong enough to allow me to get an education and to sit on boards and to work with guys like Art, because hey, with him was great. He's a great guy.
And right now you are employed by?
Junior Motors, and as a division of the SBO plant on Davidson Road, and I'm also a personal trainer nutrition at Powerhouse on Miller Road.
So you've stayed with athletics and nutrition all your life, and it's obvious because you certainly are in shape, sir.
Yes, I try to do it. I hone my skills in that, and I try to, every time that I'm out, I talk to someone about nutrition, about working out, because the body in motion stays in motion. I said we continue to work out and take better care of ourselves, and that makes us a lot better and feel better about ourselves. And then we can tell the young kids, hey, it's important for you to eat right, to sleep right, and exercise.
Okay, very good. Calvin, any closing remarks before we bring on another guest?
No, I just thank you very much, Art, for having me to talk to the community here, and I enjoy that, and I look forward to speaking again sometime.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Art.
We'll do another program in several months to see how we are coming and reaching the goals that we're setting today. Great. You're a great guy, big fella.
Thank
Take
you, Art.
care of yourself. Okay. We'll do a little commercial here for International Academy of Flint, everybody. As you well know, we're a charter school on South Saginaw, over 1,100 kids in the school. and we've just received some awards, and I'll mention one of them here. We've been designated as the top 3% in our high school, the top 3% of all Michigan high schools, 629 or 59, and we are in the top 3%. That's significant, and that's right here in International Academy in Flint, Michigan. And Flint, Michigan is making good news. We've had some bad publicity in the past, but that's going to change. That's going to change as a city, as a county, and I think we can certainly be part of that. We encourage you to take a serious consideration of our facility. Please call us during the week, 600 5,000, 600, 5,000. Just call that number. I tell them you want to take a look at the school, and we're going to do it. We have 1 week left of school. We'll get out at noon on the 19th, as most schools, I think, do in Genesee County, or close to that. And then we could give you a tour during that holiday time, if that was comfortable for you, or any time you want to. You call, I haul. That's all. Paul Herring, how you doing, buddy?
Man, I'm just glad to be in the same building with you. You know, you impressed me tremendously, and I can't tell people enough how wonderful it is to know you. You know what I mean? Because the minute I tell people I know you, I get all sorts of sympathy.
Okay, give me the mic. Here I thought we're getting all built up, and you just deflated me. You no good rascal. I love you, my friend. And we're gonna see your kids here, aren't we?
Yeah, they'll be shooting for me.
Gonna see them. That's great. Well, we're gonna see them. Maybe other than that, come by to a basketball game or something. We'd love to see them.
Marcus is looking for work. If you know anybody out there looking to hire a good young man, he wants some work. So he's going to be home for almost a month.
Okay.
And he's trying to buy an airplane or something. I don't know what he's trying to buy, but
That's Paul Jr. or
that's Marcus.
Marcus. Okay.
That's Marcus.
Fine young man who played basketball for us. And I'm at Michigan. at Central.
He's at Central.
University. And so if anybody's listening, he's a great college kid that I would personally certainly give a commitment to in terms of reliability and dedication, and a great student. Just call the school, 600 5,000, ask for Art, and we'll put you in contact with Marcus Herring, who's looking for work. I guarantee you he'll be a good employee.
I think it's a purple airplane. Yeah, that's what he's.
All right. We're going to see if we can call in someone else. I think I just made eyeball connection with one of our board members, and she is running up here. So, Laylee, how are you, girl?
Good, how are you?
Fine, thank you. This is live radio on the phone, and then that you're being videotaped for Comcast Channel 17 on a Monday night. We're looking at you. So maybe talk a little bit about your involvement in personal life, and then how you're viewing this morning's purpose of what we're for the goal planning and strategy session. So here you go.
Okay. So I'm involved with PAL through the Crim Fitness
your name,
Foundation.
please. Yeah.
Lauren Holaley Zembo with the Crim Fitness Foundation. And I'm involved with PAL by helping them expand sports leagues throughout the city of Flint with generous support from the Ruth Mott Foundation. And we're really strategic planning today with all of the board members and advisory board members to help look at what will the future of Flint PAL be, and how can we reach 5,000 kids throughout Genesee County. Really engage them in sports, academic achievement, and just overall success, providing them good role models and a place to be active that is safe and inviting here at the Haskell Center, and maybe beyond that. So we're putting our thoughts together, a lot of good minds around the table this morning, looking at how we can do that.
And the product.
I'm going to hand it back to Art now.
I have no idea what you said. I was trying to, again, participate in the event just a little bit to try, because I'm supposed to be at the table kind of to help plan, but I'm doing this little PR thing. Thank you. I certainly rely on you for great wisdom and knowledge, and thank you for your participation. Maybe Judge Beagle is going to maybe come up here next if I could. Paul, how are we doing today? Everything good?
We're doing okay. You got about 5 minutes left. Yeah.
Here comes the judge. You heard that before. Here comes the judge. Hi, Your Honor. Good to see you, sir. We're so pleased.
Athletics and kids. And I think at this point in our lives, anything that involves furthering the education and helping kids and getting them involved in positive activities, we both share that. So I'm like you, I'll show up to any meeting, or if I've got the time, be on any board that involves a combination of those things.
Okay. Well, the strategy session here, we're laying the groundwork for future development of the organization. I've been so busy with this. What's the last part of what's going on here? Because I'm not sure where we're at the
Well,
moment.
you know, like any organization, it's a matter of defining who you are. You know, what is your mission? What do you want to go after? What do you want to focus in on? What's your vision? What are your goals? And it's not the easiest process to go through. I don't care if you're a major corporation, a nonprofit, a school, or whatever. It's one of those exercises you have to go through because that drives what your organization's all about. So that's basically what we did at a meeting a few weeks ago, and that's what we're doing here today. And it's tedious and it's tough, but you got to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we are a nonprofit now, and we're able to receive gifts from organizations. In fact, the Rosemont Foundation has been extremely kind in giving the organization a big boost to get them underway. But that grant, of course, like all grants, eventually will run out, and then the hard work for this organization begins because we must sustain the programs we've initiated. So, any remarks about that,
Well,
sir?
you know, if the organization is going to survive, it's exactly what you said. You can survive on grants only so long. And if enough people in your community think your organization is credible and you're reaching out to kids and families and you're making a difference, then contributors will come forward. So that's the challenge, and that's got to be part of your goals and vision.
Okay. Well, Judge, thank you. We've only got a few minutes left, according to my chief timekeeper here, Big Ben. Better known as Paul Herring. Yeah. So thank you, Your Honor. Always
All
a
right.
pleasure to associate with you.
Same with you.
One of Flint's finest gentlemen.
So, Art, I've got a question for you.
Paul has a question.
Well, go ahead,
Yes, sir.
step back there, and
Okay.
I want to ask. What are your plans for the holidays here coming up?
Well, I'll be at school.
At school? Wait a minute now.
Well, that's what I'm doing over the holiday. We're doing some future planning. Yeah, of course we do that. We've got the gym open for kids. We have basketball practices and volleyball practices and such, and we'll continue with that. And we've got to do some planning for the rest of the year, in both in terms of the academic program as well as the community program. And we're going to be submitting some grants also. We just completed some house boarding, by the way, some vacant houses in our neighborhood. We had a team go out to help board those up, help myself a little bit, but very little. We had one of our chief cook and bottle washers at the school, and our popcorn king, Ronald Bush, was helping us board those homes in a significant fashion. He only hit his hand about 9 times. But anyway, we finished that thanks to him and his team that we put together from Vista. We had a great time doing that. He was the leader of that for sure. And we've got about a minute left, and as you can, with the background, you can see we're going to go beyond 12 o'clock here, folks. Because we got some goals we have to obtain today, and we're going to continue to work on that. And we always say in closing, and Sister Dolores, thank you for allowing us to be on the air today. And we certainly appreciate Sammy Jordan, the station manager. And with that, we're going to close off. We always say, if you're walking your dog, or if you're sitting there looking at a blog, or if you're just sitting there simply in a fog, just look at somebody and say, woo! That is some kind of school. Bye, everybody!